In all life's pursuits, there emerges only a few special people who lead the way to a level of excellence unimagined before. Don LaFontaine was one of those special souls. He transformed the world of voiceover acting. Don's craft became one with his life, growing ever deeper and richer with each passing year, eventually integrating everything, his family, friends, and work into one whole joyous experience.
Wait a minute. Who is this guy right here? Dun 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 LaFontaine.
This guy is the standard bearer for everybody that wants to get into this business, and he's just so darn good at it that it's just the thing to shoot for. That's like saying, you know, that he's like Terrell Owens with a nice personality, you know, with a real nice personality.
I wanted to know if I could have you say something for me.
Sure, what?
In a world?
Okay. In a world.
He's a very, very close friend. He's a very generous person, in addition to being clearly probably the most talented voiceover artist that ever lived. So.
What I try to tell people, essentially, here's all my mentoring in a very, hopefully brief way. Of all the billions of souls on this planet, there's no one who's lived the arc of your life. Nobody. You could be a conjoined twin, and you would still not have lived the same life as your twin, because you see things differently. People are built differently, and they see things uniquely. And think about how it brought you to this room. Track yourself backwards to think of how convoluted your path was to come to this particular room, or to come to any room, or to be any place.
I would say Don is really the one who kind of started the sound that we have now.
He's given me tips on outside things to do, you know, things to read dramatically, just to learn to be somewhere near as good as he is at this.
I've never said this before on camera, but I certainly, in my heart, totally believe that Don LaFontaine deserves a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And the only reason he doesn't have it is because people out there don't know his face. And if they knew his face well enough and they could identify him, and for his contributions to the movies and to television, his star should be on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
I'm looking forward to the new whoever. I think the world needs to change. I think it needs to move forward. I think it needs to have its own individual voices. My career will maybe outlast my living presence for maybe 10, 15 years. I have no delusions about, you know, being chiseled next to Teddy Roosevelt up on the Mount Rushmore. You're looking at the luckiest man on earth. You really are. I'd just like to remember somebody that knew he was lucky and spread it around a little bit, and, you know, and didn't hurt anybody, and try to help as much as possible.
To know Don LaFontaine was to love him. Even to know of him was to love him. We will miss you, Don, and we will forever be inspired by your heart and soul.